And obviously you can pay with your phone. And yes, that is a screensaver of my pool table. No, you can't. I'm pressing every button. So that didn't go as planned. So we've got Joe's card as a backup. But yeah, £1 a game, paying with card, not bad. We're going to pay with a coin. Hi guys, and welcome to this brand new episode of Pool Table Reviews. Today we're at the West Town Inn on Hayling Island. Let's go check it out. Alright, so here at the West Town Inn, it's £1 a game. You can either pay with a coin or you can pay on card, which is pretty rare. Most places where you pay on card generally tend to be about £1.20 to £1.50, so that's actually not that bad. But yeah, overall for the price, 7 out of 10. Right, so with regards to the balls, they're basic Aramiths. They're a bit dirty. They're not as good as Pro Cups. For that reason, we're going to give them a 5 out of 10. All right, so with regards to the triangle, it's a Supreme. Again, this is probably the best plastic triangle on the market. Not quite as good as a Smart Rack, but for that reason, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So as for the cues, a couple of tips would be very useful on these two cues. Not sure why they're here, they don't have tips, but there are a couple of cues that have tips. This one's okay, in decent-ish condition. Yet to test out the tip though, that's going to be the real decisive factor. And then they've actually got a shorter cue, which is good, obviously if you've got kids playing, but mainly you'll see by the space of the table that you're going to need this at some point. So overall for the cues, I'm going to give them a 5 out of 10. All right, so with regards to the chalk, it's triangle. It's probably, again, the best kind of pub level chalk you can get. For that reason, it scores an 8 out of 10. Okay, so looking at the cloth, it's in pretty good condition. There's not really any rips or tears. There's no real like glass beer stains or anything like that. The only thing with it is a lot of chalk on the table. And when you're using triangle, you're gonna get that. So what I'd recommend to the pub is just to be brushing the table regularly. Otherwise, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for its current condition. All right, so let's check out the space on the table. Joe, cue the music. All right, let's try that again. All right, so as for the space around the edge of the table, there is an issue if you're using an adult-sized cue where the wall does get in the way on one side. And also, even with the bifold doors, you're still hitting one of those. So it's not great, it's okay. For that reason, 5 out of 10. But if you're using a kid's cue, 10 out of 10. All right, so as for the roll on the table, it's actually really good. It's one of the best that we've seen so far. Plays straight pretty much everywhere. For that reason, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Right, so I'm yet to get a break and dish in the series yet, but I am going to be filming a head camera video after this. If you guys want to see that, be sure to check out my TikTok channel where I'll be playing a local in a single game of pool. But for now, let's see what we can do. So good. All right, so as you saw there, failed with my attempt to get a break and dish with the equipment at this pub. But I've bought my own cues today. So I've got my break cue from Q-Tech and my master cue from Ultimate Pool. Both of these can be found in the link in my bio, so be sure to check them out. I'll also be using the Smart Rack to rack up. Let's see how it goes. All right, we need a miracle shot here. Let's see. All right, so overall, we haven't done this yet, but I'm gonna give 3 positives and 3 negatives to this table. So starting with the positives, it's a Supreme winner, which is arguably the best table you can get in English pool. The cloth is in really nice condition. There's no rips or tears. Like I said, just the chalk marks, which is the issue, as well as the fact that they accommodate for the lack of space with a shorter queue. So they're my 3 advantages to this table. So as for the negatives, number 1 in this position is the space. So that's probably the worst thing about the table. The second negative, I would say, is the balls. They're just not in great condition. The last tip I'll give is to replace the tips on the cues that don't have them. There are 2 that work that are fine, but definitely would make sure that all of the cues are available to be used. But otherwise, this is a really nice venue in Hayling Island. I didn't just miss the black. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Pool Table Reviews. In fact, I've got to get this now.